Hello everyone, in this session, I would like to present our progress research flood risk assessment of heritage building in Semarang City. Let me introduce our team research. I'm Roy Miliardi as the team leader in this research, and there is Dr. Denis Setiawan and Tri Octaviani Siombing as the team research member. We are from Department of Civil Engineering, Universitas Kristen Maranatha, Bandung, Indonesia. Introduction. Semarang City, as the provincial capital in Central Java, which is located in the area of north coast of Java, has a chronic flood problem. Semarang City have so many heritage buildings from the past colonialism. So the heritage building must be protected from the danger of the flooding. Community-based disaster mitigation is quite effective, shown by previous study, for the short-term flood disaster mitigation in the Semarang City. The other mitigation method is make a risk assessment, the disaster risk assessment, to make risk mapping in the city of our area. So the research purpose in this research, there is developing a community-based flood risk assessment instrument so that the flood disaster resilience in Semarang is strengthened and the cultural heritage study can be well preserved. Method. In this table, show the instrument of the risk assessment. There is consists of three risk component: hazard, vulnerability, and capacity. Which in each component has a parameter from the previous study. There is have some parameter and the risk value and risk cost for every parameter in every component. From the risk curve for each component, we can calculate the risk index formula showing in the equation: hazards times vulnerability times 1 minus capacity. So there is a risk index, and from risk index, we can categorize the risk of the building that we survive to the low category, moderate category, or high category from the flood risk disaster. In this study, we have 6 case study, consists a heritage building which have building age more than 100 years. The first one is Tai Keksi Temple, Tek Haibyo Temple, Sampokong Temple, Sehokyong Temple, Suhokbyo Temple, and the last Hui Hui Kyong Temple. That's all located in Semarang City. From the survey in the field and some analysis from the GIS data, from the GIS data, we survey the distance of from the river, building from the river, also building area. The other parameter from vulnerability, capacity, and hazard, we make a survey in the field, in the building, heritage building in Semarang. So this table show the result from the survey. Following table show the result of flood risk assessment in cultural heritage building. From the 6 temple survey, Tek Haibyo Temple and Sampokong Temple have a good flood preparedness. So the risk category, look at the table, have a low risk because the preparedness is the most important factor, is the aspect of operation and maintenance that related to sustainability issue. From the risk mapping risk survey result, we make the map in the GIS data. So we make this risk mapping. This risk mapping show these 6 temples are commonly located in the river area. But the results, the risk assessment, as we know before, there is a different. The most influence factor is the capacity, the flood preparedness from the disaster. The finding of this research, Sampokong Temple that have a low risk to have reduce the risk of the flood disaster is equipped by a financial model in the form of tourism attraction. That's the other temple that we have survived do not have this financial model. This financial model make the Sampokong have ability to face the risk of flood impact. As we know, if some building declared heritage building, there is more effort to the operation and maintenance to keep the building preserved. So Sampokong with this financial model, they have ability to keep any risk from the flood impact than the other temple. But in Tek Haibyo Temple, there is another way to reduce the risk. They have a fairly solid Buddhist community in the temple. So the preparedness, the financial aspect in to the sustainability come from the community of the Buddhist people. In this research have a limitation. The access of the historical data, mostly we come from the interview technique to the administrator in the temple. But we have validated that data with the several secondary resources. Primary data source as a historical evidence, there is insufficiency. The excess of building edge cannot be found with the evidence, certainty evidence. So we make validate with other resources. The instrument developed by elaborating of several research development in this research can provide the finding that related to important financial sustainability in the flood disaster mitigation in cultural heritage building. Conclusion. The risk of flooding can be reduced by increasing the capacity of the aspect of financial sustainability. So, and the GIS map that we have made can help the stakeholders, the government, involve the conservation of cultural heritage building in formulating the strategy and determine the policy related to flood disaster, especially about financial and sustainability issue in Semarang City. Acknowledgement. Data for this paper were based on the reconstruction project, study of heritage temple in north coast of Java for Vihara Satya Budi reconstruction, funded by Vihara Satya Budi Temple Foundation, Bandung, West Java. This project was led by Sugiri Kusteja and Dr. Cindrawati. Following the reference that used in this paper, that's all our presentation. Thank you for watching this video.